Ladies and gentlemen, I shit you not, there is a Mrs. Doubtfire sequel in the works.
Something bad happened to the creator of the Halo music.
And in the works is a Mrs. Doubtfire sequel. Like Jungle to Jungle. Die Harder.
Today is Friday, April 18th, 2014. Welcome to Pretty Much It, the new and improved Pretty Much It.
Hey.
We are now ad-free, sponsor-free, and we are very excited about that. And we explained it last week. Nothing's happening. I explained last week, or we all explained last week, I guess, that we are now hashtag full Patreon.
Full Patreon.
We are supported by your bits, but you support us.
Actually, Bitcoins, I think, are coming to Patreon. Please don't use them, because I don't even know what that means.
I want a Bitcoin.
Okay, but
No
yes.
YouTube ads, because they're boring. You don't want to see them.
Now,
you just want to see
well,
us.
no, I have nothing against using ads and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
but I am very proud. I'm very proud
Very proud.
that we are now ad-free, sponsor-free. And you know what's great about that? You know what's another great thing is that we go right into the news. No bullshit.
Yeah,
So why don't we
yeah.
talk about movie news?
I tell you, though, Coke tastes really good.
Shut up!
Sorry.
Movie news. Star Wars.
What about Star Wars,
Oh,
Eric?
yeah, I
What
guess
is
I
the
should tell you.
news?
I'm a big fan.
Well, here's the deal.
They're making a new one. They're making a new
They are.
Star Wars.
I think Star Wars is going to break me.
Break you?
I think Star Wars is going to break my brain.
Like
Because-
the cynical
No-
entertainment news guy.
No, but well, are we gonna like for the next 2 years
Uh-huh.
freak out about every little thing? Because this week the big scoop
The big
was that
Star Wars scoop.
there was like some shitty set photos of some guys rolling what looked like an AT-AT
Or
foot.
an at or an at.
I know. I always say at.
I say you guys are wrong. It's AT-AT.
Is it AT-AT? I used to say at.
I believe that they're both
Acceptable.
right. They're both right.
But
I think
Andrew
it
is
is.
saying it's AT-AT.
I think they are both right.
Okay, you think.
I think.
Whatever you think is right. But yeah, there was like that's it. That's all it was. It was like some guys rolling it out and then rolling it back under a tent.
No Chewbacca.
And that was a big story.
With the.
And I know that we're perpetuating it by saying it, but the only reason I'm saying it is because I want to let you guys know we're not going to be doing this.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't.
I am
care.
not
Yeah.
going to be doing this.
Yeah, so in the future, pretty much at episodes when you're like, why didn't you guys
Why
talk
didn't you
about
guys talk about they
picture of the foot?
sampled
Yeah.
the dirt from the set and it smelled like Hayden Christensen?
Guys.
I don't give a
Whoa.
fuck.
Guys.
What does that smell like?
Guys, this is if that is a real AT-AT foot, that is really cool. Like it's gonna be in the movie. Like where is it gonna be?
You're telling
Probably
me,
on Hoth.
You're
Probably on
telling me
Hoth.
that a Star Wars thing is going to be in Star Wars?
Yeah, but you
You're
don't
gonna tell me that R2-D2 and Chewbacca are gonna be in it next?
All right, you know
Maybe even a lightsaber will
Dude,
show
you don't
up.
know
This is
anything
like-
about the
this
new
is like they're
series.
making-
That might be the most mundane part of the whole thing.
That's
Maybe the new
fine. I'll
series.
eat it up,
Maybe the
'cause-
new series stars an AT-AT that loses its job because the Empire is
Named
down.
at.
Yeah. It's like imagine like the intro to Louis, but like with an AT-AT walking around like.
Being sad.
Being-
You can tell me to imagine whatever you want, but I'm not going to do it.
You know what?
Well,
though?
just by saying it, you automatically.
This
Didn't
should
see
show
it.
you guys though how excited people are for this. Like this is insane. Like that.
Again,
we're
another
freaking out
shock.
about
Why?
this.
Why are people?
Okay,
yeah.
because you know what?
I wanna
Sometimes
know,
it's
yeah.
nice to just be happy and excited about everything.
You know what?
Try
I used
it.
to think
Try
that.
it sometimes.
And then I learned
Try
to
it
walk.
sometimes, Paul.
Next, we have Batman and Superman.
After I
Did you
shit
just
my
call me a
pants.
baby? You just called me a baby.
Well, I mean, I'm joking around, obviously, because I'm the one that gets excited about every little thing,
Yeah.
too. But this is just, it's going to, knowing what we do, and
It's
then
a
and knowing we'll have to talk about it, I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Viewers.
Next, we have Batman and Superman news.
Things that I'm also excited about.
Yeah. I'm very anxious to see how this plays out.
Okay.
It won't be on May 6, 2016, though, so don't get excited. But anyway, so
Big words,
Yeah,
big
it's
man.
Bold claim.
Hans Zimmer's
Bone
going to
claim.
probably end up, I was going to say directing this. Wouldn't that be interesting?
I don't know.
Hans Zimmer's going to probably end up scoring the shit out of this.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
said he wasn't going to because it would be
Gross.
kind of weird having done the Batman score, like the Dark
I
Knight.
want you to have to do like a
score.
new Batman.
Well, he said, yeah, it has to be completely different. He can't possibly like
Oh, money
do what he
talks.
did already.
Really? I
Yeah.
think he's definitely
They're not
going to
use the Dark Knight.
They're not going to
theme.
use it, but
No.
he's definitely going to draw off it because like
I don't
every
think so, man.
every Batman, any
Since
new
then,
incarnation of Batman,
is
like
inspired by that.
his theme has always been like.
This is
And,
the
like,
first new incarnation since.
No, I'm just saying like every time,
Every, like,
every
cartoon,
cartoon,
every
every video
Oh.
game.
thing.
Well, every
Yeah.
movie uses it, really, if you think about it. Like, his music always changes
His,
how
like,
music goes.
He changed trailers forever, like the Inception.
Yep.
music. That's everywhere,
Yep.
everywhere now.
Pretty much.
How
But,
much you want to bet there's gonna be in the trailer? Like it's gonna show like Batman walking to Superman, and it's gonna go dun 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 dun.
He like bumps
And
into
then
Superman.
like at the end of it,
watch it.
Yeah, they just bump shoulders like. And then it goes bah, with the logo, with the
Yep.
Batman and Superman logo.
I'm sure it will.
I tell you, the music will be cool because it'll be like.
Let's hear
Like,
Jake's.
I mean, I thought the Man of Steel music was very good.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah,
it
was
just
okay.
made me feel like a hero.
I didn't love it. I thought it was good.
And then, yeah, I don't know. Like,
What did Batman make you feel like?
Batman made me just feel everything. I don't
Like
know.
a 0.
Yeah, but the thing is that
I'm not
I
gonna do
think
the
Hans Zimmer,
Hercules thing again.
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. I can't. Say
I am
it.
Hans
can't say it.
Zimbabwe.
Hans Zippler.
Hans Z will go for it, and he will try it again because money. They'll be like, well, how about $4 bajillion? And they'll be like, yeah, I could try and make a new Batman.
I guess I could swing the shit.
Yeah.
I can make a new Batman theme, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Hans.
Oh,
I love that
Hans.
name, Hans.
Hans.
You know what it reminds me of?
Wait,
Oh,
Hansel?
Hans.
No, it reminds me of another Hans.
Hansel?
Who?
Come on.
Han Solo?
Han
Pizza.
Solo and Gretel?
Hans.
Han Solo?
Hans.
I said that already.
Han Solo?
Hans.
Jake, you're wrong twice.
Hanzo?
Gruber. You
Hans
ass.
Gruber. Oh, yeah.
Die Hard 6
that's good.
is on the way.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
They want
Uh,
Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
I
As,
can't
as
imagine
the
he
Die
would
Hard
care.
man? As the Die Hard? Oh wait, I
No,
forgot.
as
He
Sam
was-
Jackson, as his character.
As his character.
As the Die Hard.
They have him back as a completely new character.
Now, this for me is
Playing
very
Bruce
exciting
Willis.
because Die Hard with a Vengeance was actually my favorite Die Hard movie, which people give me a
Oh
lot
my
of
god, I
flack
thought you
for.
meant
What?
the newest one.
No, I was gonna say,
Fuck,
yeah,
holy
you-
shit.
No,
Yeah, the
no,
one with
no,
Sam
no,
Jackson
no.
is what you're saying.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
I thought it was fantastic, and I thought the chemistry between them, Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson, was awesome. But
Yeah.
now the script, first they were saying for this new Die Hard movie was going to be a return to form with Bruce Willis in Yakamoka Tower, whatever the tower was. I forgot what it was
He's going
called.
back to the
People
tower.
are mad at me that I
gonna-
don't know that.
He's got
but
an
now
unfinished business
Yeah,
in
but
that
now
tower.
that they're saying Samuel L. Jackson's in it, like it's just gonna be like I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. It could be cool. I mean, I agree with you. That was my favorite of the
That
Die
was
Hard
the one
movies as
where
well. When he
Samuel-
was like, they call me Mr. Glass,
That
and he
was-
fell down
yeah.
the stairs. That was my favorite Bruce Willis, Sam Jackson
Oh,
team
yeah.
up. Was,
Well, that was-
Die
that was
Hard,
Die Hard.
Die Hard with
Die Hard.
Die Hard Unbreakably.
Die Hard Unbreakably.
Die Hard,
Die Hard Unbreakable.
Resurrection.
Die Hard Hans Erection.
Moving on.
Whatever.
Moving on.
I got
Those are my
nothing.
opinions on the matter.
Oh my god, you guys are giving me grief.
This is a mess.
Speaking
this
of giving
episode.
grief, giver.
The giver.
Okay. One day, one of your
puns is gonna backfire.
Yeah, it's gonna backfire, and you're gonna
What, am I
blow
gonna
your
get hurt?
brains out. Yeah.
Now,
I'm gonna get injured.
now let me ask you a question. In the notes, did you spell featurette wrong, or is that the Windows not recognizing
Why isn't
how to
it?
spell
Why does
featurette?
that matter at all?
Well, first of all, this isn't Windows. This is Apple. Nice try.
Right,
And
but
that
I'm
is how
saying
you
the
spell
program.
featurette. Featurette is one of those words like animatronic. Animatronic is not a word.
Yes, it is.
You type it in on your fucking Windows and see what happens, asshole. It's not a word. Look up the definition. It doesn't exist,
Well,
you
I'm
piece of
saying
shit.
it's a word in my life.
Yeah, so is featurette.
Wow.
I'm
All
making
right.
people upset.
Well, what's the news?
What's his news?
What's his news?
His news. You said that, right?
Who's this guy?
There was a featurette about The Giver. And did you guys watch this?
No.
All right.
No,
I
pretty
watched
much
it only
turned
because
off.
I don't give a fuck. After seeing that trailer, who cares? It's not The
Uh-huh.
Giver. But I watched it, and it's like now they're trying to say like, oh, it's going to be in black and
Yeah,
white.
there's gonna be some black
It's
and
like
white.
that's funny because it
scenes.
wasn't in black and white before.
I bet flashback scenes are going to be black and white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Brilliant.
You know, but it doesn't matter if it's in black and white because still there's spaceships.
matters, yeah.
Who cares? They've ruined it all. But I thought it was really funny at the end of the featurette. I forget if this was the line in The Giver. I forget if this is how he says it, but the way that Jeff Bridges said it made me like crack up. It sounded like it was some kind of like goofy like buddy comedy. He goes, "If I'm the receiver, then what are you?" And he's like, "I guess that makes me the giver."
Wow, that can't be
no,
right.
no.
You're pulling our legs right
that
now,
the
aren't
movie?
you?
That's
That
well,
was
he
not the
doesn't
movie.
say it quite like that, but he says it very Jeff Bridges. He goes, "Well,
hell?
if you're the receiver, I guess that makes me the giver." And I don't remember if that was the line, but if it was, I didn't read it that way.
Yeah, I definitely
Oh,
wouldn't
man.
have read it that way, like a wacky way.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Takes off a top hat. The giver.
But yeah, like I said though,
The giver.
it's not Windows, it's a Mac that I'm using, and
Yeah.
featurette, it might not be recognized, but I am using a Mac.
Right.
You know who else
Okay.
used Macs?
Steven Jobs.
Steve Jobs, baby, Steve Jobs.
Stephen Paul Jobs.
Bad news. Bad
no.
news.
Yeah, for
Oh,
me,
no.
personally, I think this is bad.
How's he doing? Is he still sick?
Oh, Mike, you didn't know?
I'm a
he
little
died
far
about
behind.
2 years ago, man.
Yeah, he died longer. 2 years ago. Yeah,
2
you're
years
right.
ago, yeah.
I remember I was in
Where were you?
I was in the Shirley Home Depot by the electrical cords when I found
Everyone
out.
was huddled around the TV.
They actually flickered the lights for a few minutes in remembrance.
No,
Could
they
you
didn't.
imagine? No, they did not.
his soul like stamping his body.
Nosferatu.
I was with my girlfriend. That's all I remember. And I remember being like, "Oh my god, girlfriend, Steve Jobs is dead." And she was like, "Who?"
Let's have sex.
And then
now.
I broke up with her.
I broke up with it. You said it. You know.
No, I
that,
said
right?
her. You keep. You need to get your ears.
Did you hear him say her or
I
it?
I kind of missed that.
Well, I
Yeah.
guess anyone listening to the
Yes.
podcast will hear
The
it.
podcast
I
will
heard
know.
I broke up with it.
No, I said her.
Anyway, David Fincher's not directing
Yeah.
the movie anymore, and that makes me
Um,
very sad.
This is just like makes you very, very sad.
Yeah. No, really though, that sucks.
This
Now-
is just like when we found out that that the Queen
Freddie
movie,
Mercury dropped out.
Yeah,
and the whole thing fell apart. At least this one. No, the good thing about this is Aaron Sorkin.
Sorkin. It's still
Aaron
writing.
Sorkin still wrote it,
Uh-huh.
so I mean, it's still going to be. I'm sure it'll still be great, but his style would have been fucking killer.
Yeah, especially considering, I saw like this back and forth. Some people were like, "Well, I don't like David Fincher," and then some people are like, "Well, I don't like biopics." Biopics?
Fuck you. Sound it out. What is bio?
biopsy.
Biopics.
Bio.
Biopics.
Okay,
Regardless,
I guess if you sound it out as biography, then it is a biopic.
right,
But
yeah.
no, it's biopic.
regardless of the semantics, I think David Fincher, for people who don't like those types of movies, I think Fincher could have made it good. He could have made it a good biopic.
Yeah.
But-
biopics.
Other
that's
people
just
could
me.
though, so we'll see.
Hopefully, like maybe Brett Ratner or
Brett Ratner.
or,
I don't know.
My favorite Brett Ratner.
But
or,
speaking
uh,
of
I don't know why he's the first director that came to mind.
Brett Ratner, no. Speaking of David Fincher, excuse me. Speaking of David Fincher, Gone Girl
Yeah, his
is
next
a movie.
This
Yes.
just came out of nowhere.
David Fincher's next movie. Well, like there was like an image release, and I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I wasn't really.
We didn't
I was
talk
like,
about it
alright.
because who cares? Have you noticed we're starting to talk about like less stupid shit that doesn't really matter, like just to beef up an episode like we used to?
more real movies.
What are you doing over there, Jake?
Jake is counting
I'm
money.
just counting my bills.
Counting those bills?
4 bills. Good for you,
Is that
pal.
your tax return?
Actually,
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
oh shit! Ow! He hit me in the face with
made
his
it rain.
bills.
You don't know where those bills have been.
Did you see the trailer for Gone Girl?
Yeah,
I have. It
It looks like Fincher. I think it looks
Yeah.
really good. I'm a fan of his style.
It
So
was kind of boring.
It was kind of boring.
It was a
I don't-
little like nothing did it for me.
No, it looked good.
I thought it was a great
Like,
trailer because it
as-
didn't tell you jack shit.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, I would disagree very much by the end of the trailer
Why?
because like
him.
now I know
It's
the whole
Ben
story.
Affleck did it.
Not like I don't
no,
know.
he didn't. I don't think he did. All I've got is that his wife is missing and he's a suspect.
Yeah, I mean like
Yeah.
they show her dead body and I don't know.
She's definitely
Yeah.
dead.
She's
not-
definitely
she's not
dead.
missing.
She's not
Yeah.
going to show up and
I felt like they were
rip
looking
off
for
her
her.
Phantom of the Opera mask and be like,
that
"Hey,
doesn't,
I was me."
that doesn't
the
tell
whole
me
time."
she's dead at all. I have no idea
Yeah.
anything myself.
Now I
but-
am a big fan of Ben Affleck.
This is
Yeah.
a book too, right?
Yes, I believe it is.
That's it. That's all I had to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Good for you, pal.
I like the
Big
idea
fan,
of the
Ben.
story, but I don't. This looks like I don't know how I caught this from the trailer, but this looks like a long movie. I don't know how I.
Fincher's movies tend
Yeah.
to be long, right?
Yeah,
Relatively.
I don't know. I don't think the
Lengthy.
story was gonna engage me. I don't.
All right, well, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
I want Brad to engage me.
And did you see the poster? I think the poster looks really cool,
That is,
too.
it's a clever poster.
I don't get it.
You don't get it
Till it's March.
Gone, girl.
till it's March.
Oh, my God.
April, whatever the date is
Oh,
of the
man.
whatever the date of the movie.
till it's ... produced by whatever.
yeah.
You don't know what you
what's
got
the date
till
on
it's
the poster?
produced
Yeah.
by.
Yeah, what's the date on the poster? It's like May something. It was like
That's
don't
what
know
you
what
thought
you
it
got.
meant?
Don't
It's
know what you
gonna
got
be
till
May.
it's May something. Like the date was right under it. So all I think of is that '80s like hair metal rock song.
This is why a movie posters suck because of you.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, interpret it for me.
Why isn't Brad Pitt looking away at his wife's dead body?
You know what?
Hey, I don't know how long into the episode we are, but I think we're probably. Are we over the 15-minute mark, you think?
I don't know.
Because YouTube actually gave us an issue
Mm-hmm.
recently. YouTube gave me a problem. It had an issue,
That's new.
and yeah, I know, right? And it limited our account to 15-minute uploads.
What?
So I don't know what I'm
Fire
gonna do.
Lame.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Fire them.
Just kidding. I got it fixed.
Why would you toy with my emotions like that, Eric?
You want to know how I got it
Jake
fixed?
nearly had a heart
You want to know
attack.
how I got it
You
fixed?
yelled
Ask
it.
me how.
How, Eric? You didn't fix it. You just uploaded it as
Well-
a podcast like
well-
a snarky bastard.
How did I get it fixed? All I had to do was
You wrote a nasty letter.
take a couple flights to Hawaii.
yeah.
Wait, what?
You got forced
Please,
to take some
please a couple of Hollywood execs.
I love when
And,
that happens.
and
That's-
they
if
fixed
you
it
wanna-
right up for me.
If you want to get anywhere in this world, you go right to Hawaii, And
That's where all the Hollywood execs are, 24/7.
Hot
they will hook you up with drugs, alcohol, and the time of your life.
And they'll get rid of your strikes on your YouTube account.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's all I needed, really. But so I thought this episode was gonna be like 13 minutes long.
God,
you know what I
imagine
mean?
that.
13.
We should do that one day. Just
13.
Make it really
Eric,
concise.
don't do it.
Friday the 13th?
That was all for a segue. Are you kidding
Eric,
me?
don't-
Was that the world's longest segue?
Some people might not even get what we were talking about.
Holy shit!
Did you get the joke?
Barely. Just there. I just got it.
What were we joking about?
Wow. It wasn't even really
Oh,
a
he
joke.
doesn't. No, he doesn't know.
It wasn't even really a joke.
He doesn't know. Don't ruin it for him.
Okay.
Wait until after X-Men comes out.
All right.
But so Friday the 13th, David Bruckner. Ever heard of him?
No.
Oh, what's his name? Brian Singer, like Huck Little Boys. No. I hope
David
that's not true.
Bruckner. David Bruckner from VHS. He directed a shortened VHS 1 and I think VHS 2 as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, saying you're the director of VHS doesn't really mean anything.
No, he did one of the shorts in VHS
Yeah.
or VHS 2. I don't remember.
hope it's the
Or
good
maybe
one.
or he might have done one in
Hope
both
it's one
of
of
them.
the good ones.
But either way, yeah, right, of course. I didn't look into which one it was because I am not professional. But he is directing the new Friday the 13th. The other reason I didn't look it up is because who gives a shit? He's doing the new Friday the 13th. What is Friday the 13th? Friday the 13th 20, is it?
Is it still produced by Michael Bay?
it's a sequel?
I don't think it's Michael Bay.
It's not a reboot? It's
Is it a who? No.
The last
well,
one was
it's
a
a found
reboot.
footage. It can't be a reboot. Who's carrying around cameras
right,
back
right.
then?
Damn.
Friday the 13th. Well, we talked about this. I think a found footage Friday the 13th could be okay.
Maybe.
Could be okay.
I don't know.
But I
think-
still like hold on to this little glimmer of hope for found footage movies.
Why don't-
even though there's
why
nothing.
do-
Oh, I don't mind found footage myself if it's done.
I just
interesting.
mind
Yeah.
that it's another Friday the 13th movie.
Oh, I'm okay with
It's-
that.
It's just like, ugh.
Why?
How many times are we gonna just see, Jason split someone in
Yep.
two?
You know what?
Yeah.
Even though it's not for me, people love it, so just keep it going. Whatever.
Why
You're
can't it
already
be-
at 20. Why not go to 30?
Why can't it be just like a guy wearing another guy wearing a different kind of mask? Doesn't have to be Jason.
I mean,
it
Like
could
a
be
guy in like a baseball hat.
a
Like
guy
a,
in-
like a,
we're
like
just wearing a baseball hat. That's
with like
it.
a baseball hat that's like tilted all
Bruce
the way
Willis in
down.
Unbreakable.
sunglasses with like evil sunglasses.
But I mean,
like a
seriously,
Unabomber,
how
but
many
like a
times-
monster.
How many times can we see him split someone in two?
Some people can see that forever.
You like to see things split in two?
There's like 12
Uh,
Jason movies. Don't
Let me ask you a question.
don't you
Do you
fucking
like to
dare
see things split in two? Because
What's
I
the
have
next
good
story?
news.
What's the next story?
The last
Eric?
Divergent movie is being split in two.
Oh boy!
Oh.
Thank you, Jason.
now-
It's getting to
Now-
the point where I'm including news just for the sake
we didn't even talk about the movie. You just literally used, and before that was a segue to get into the segue. You're like a maniacal bastard. I hate you.
Yeah, eventually it's just gonna be like
Senor
stories
Segway.
Pretty
that
much
we're not
segue.
even talking about the news. We're just segueing
It's
into the next one until
We're
we're
just
done.
like
It's just
we're
a
just like on a
constant
segue
flow.
going. Whoa!
It's a constant flow of Segway.
a constant
I quit.
seg.
Segaway, baby.
So now there's 3 Divergent.
There's going to be
books.
4 Divergent
Holy
movies now.
shit.
Now there's going to be the
Because-
first one, the
Well,
second
but by the way,
one, and
realistically, there was nothing else to say about Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
We were done.
Okay. that's
So
fine.
don't I don't think you had anything else to say.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, Divergent,
Oh yeah.
Levergent, I think is the second one.
Leverage int.
Movergent or some shit.
That's the
And then the
stupidest thing.
final one is called Allegiant. The third book is called Allegiant.
How many?
And it's being split, so it's Allegiant Part 1 and Allegiant Part 2.
Divergent movies, please.
So this is another case of... Okay, now, Harry Potter did it first.
Yeah.
That was a huge book.
There's only
Yeah.
one apparently. Oh, one movie. I mean,
You
yeah.
idiot. There's 3 books. There's only one, apparently.
All right.
This is all a hoax.
You guys got me.
Harry Potter, it made sense. So it worked for them financially, but also because it was a huge book. Then Twilight did it just for the money. Hunger Games did it just for the money. And
Yeah,
now
but
this
now-
is like, what a joke.
This
You're
is like-
telling me you can't cram this shit into a movie?
This is beyond a joke. This is like
Yeah.
unbelievably to the point where it's just like we gotta have that new like futuristic movie with the girl who does the thing that society doesn't want her to do and she falls in love
But
in the
also,
future.
It's a
we gotta
dystopian young adult
extend it-
novel.
We got to extend it as long as we can.
We
for
gotta
money.
extend it as long as we fucking can so like, we
Pretty
can
much.
have a million goddamn movies.
Pretty
We can't-
much. It's interesting to see these trends.
They're not trends.
It's that'll go. That'll go.
Speaking of
Yeah.
trends,
It-
this is
it'll-
Doubtfire.
Oh,
Jake,
nice
leave
one,
it to the
Jake.
professionals, Jake.
We weren't even
Leave it to the
done.
professionals.
Were we done
please,
with
Jake.
talking about
we
Divergent?
were getting too cynical.
I had
and
nothing else to say.
nasty.
I have nothing else to say
Yep.
about Divergent.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's just move
I
on.
pledge I pledge allegiance.
You know, like little
Doubtfire.
little girls
Hello.
love Divergent. They love it.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
I
so
have,
sad.
I have
Yeah.
siblings that go crazy for the Shailene Woodley,
The-
and I always
the-
tell them,
like,
you know,
it's
she
not-
doesn't shower, and they
What
don't
is?
care.
Is that real?
That's real.
I don't ever want to hear about this. Leave it
Wait a
alone.
minute.
Mrs.
second week in a row.
Doubtfire.
Oh,
Mrs.
Yeah,
Doubtfire.
anyway, Mrs. Doubtfire. What a mess of an episode.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, Mrs.
I
Doubtfire.
what
wonder
was
if
that
Mrs.
accent?
Doubtfire
Doubtfire.
washes her hands.
Do you remember that movie?
I saw it once
You
when
know,
I
it
was
was
a kid.
I loved it.
It was kind of really
I
funny. That
wasn't-
was Sally Field
It
on
wasn't-
top of her game.
Okay.
It was.
I didn't hate it,
Pierce
but
Brosnan was in it.
but that just like that whole the joke was Robin Williams as a woman. Oh,
Yeah, but it was
Yeah.
funny as
Which
hell.
well, isn't that offensive these
It was
days?
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
yeah. Is that gonna work in this
No.
day? and
I
age?
couldn't give less of a shit.
Well,
but,
it's because she's an old lady, so she doesn't really count
Well-
as like an old she doesn't count as like a woman.
Here-
because
and-
she's
yeah,
an
and
old
she doesn't
lady.
count as a person.
So like when you bring in like sexism and like
I think-
misogyny and stuff like that, it doesn't count when you're talking about old gross ladies.
I think the better way to look at it is he doesn't want to be a woman. He
No
was pretending
rights,
to be a
yeah.
woman to get close to his family. But anyway,
That was the plot.
Yep.
Robin Williams
Yep.
is coming back, and Chris Columbus is coming back, director.
Okay, that's fine. What else has Chris Columbus done lately?
You know
Harry
what the
Potter.
Oh yeah, Harry Potter.
Well, that was the first one. That was a
Yeah.
while
the
ago. But anyway.
the only memory I have from
What
Mrs.
has he done
Doubtfire.
recently? I don't know.
The only thing from a kid that like just like made me entertained was like at the beginning when he's doing the cartoon.
Yep.
That's it.
And
That's
it's crazy. It
Yeah.
gets like intense. It doesn't
Yeah.
get like suicidal or something.
yeah. Like, that's the only thing I
I'm
remember.
happy to see Robin Williams doing
Robin
like
Williams.
a real thing.
Robin
again.
Williams.
What was the last thing that he was okay in? Like RV.
Oh, what?
Wow.
Really?
Before that, then honestly,
1
like,
hour
what?
photo.
Old dogs.
What?
1 hour photo was like it was over a decade
He's
ago.
got.
That
he
was
was,
99.
he
That was
I think he has like a
fantastic.
short-lived TV show right now. But I
Yeah,
mean,
he did a short-lived stage
but
play.
I mean, goddamn.
Yeah, the Michael J. Fox show starring
Anyway.
Rob Williams.
I don't know.
Oh.
He probably would have been better off with that Jack disease. Next, we're going to talk about The Rover. Have you watched this? Have you seen this trailer for The Rover?
No.
I don't have much to say about it, but I did
Got good people in it.
see it. And by the way, I accidentally misspelled a name in the notes. You
Guy
want to read it out
Pearce?
loud?
Yeah.
Read it out
Guy
loud.
Pearce to
Read it.
Guy Pearce.
I accidentally wrote Guy Pearce instead of Guy Pearce. It's Guy Pearce and Robert Pattinson. I
Yep.
saw the trailer before Under the
Ugh.
Skin. It looked good.
I'm a
Hmm.
sucker. I'm a
What-
sucker
what's
for
the
Robert
boot?
Pattinson.
I'm a suck. What?
I'm a sucker for
Oh.
Robert Pattinson.
Actually,
was-
yeah, he's really good. Isn't he?
He's
He
cool.
can be really good.
Yeah, he's the
Cosmopolis,
Marlon
am I
Brando
right?
of our day and
Cosmopolis,
age.
am I right?
Cronenberg. What's it about?
I don't remember, and I'm glad I don't remember. I won't watch the trailer again.
That's good. That means it didn't give you
But-
too much plot.
Yeah, I remember I thought it looked cool. That's all.
Okay, thank
And
you.
finally, a trailer that I haven't watched, and I
This
don't
one I
think
have
you
not
guys have
seen.
watched either, and I recommend you don't, is a trailer for I Origins.
Hmm.
Now, Britt Marling, Mike Cahill, do you recognize those names?
Nope.
Britt Marling, she co-wrote and starred in Another Earth, Sound of My Voice, and
Oh, those are
The
good
East.
Oh,
she was in.
yeah. I
I'm a
know.
huge
Yeah,
fan of
you
her.
Love her.
Mike Cahill directed. Hey, excuse you, you fuck. Mike Cahill directed Another Earth, and so now
Is that
this
like
is
After Earth? No, right?
not even.
Nope.
This is directed by Mike Cahill and starring Britt Marling. Kind of rhymed. And I guess probably co-written by them as well. It's basically, if you liked Another Earth, this is their next film. And
Yeah,
I am very, very excited.
I read a little synopsis.
Synopsis.
Careful what you
synopsis.
say. I don't know shit.
The director said, "Don't watch the trailer."
So then, therefore, I will listen.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
Did you see Another Earth?
No, I saw After Earth.
You saw.
Thank you.
Okay, appreciate it. You said you thought it was slow, right?
No, I wasn't a big fan.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I didn't think it was.
I loved it,
I didn't think it was bad, but I don't know. I think
It was just
I-
whatever.
not that it was just whatever. I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me.
Oh, I don't know. Is it really that big of a thing? I
No,
don't
not
know.
that it was big of a thing, but like I just feel like the conception of that movie was that the director was like, "Wouldn't it be cool if there was a movie where like there was an Earth up in
And
the
then what? The rest of it
background?"
didn't really matter.
Yeah,
Sort of.
that's what it just felt like.
Yeah. I can see that.
Oh, I saw that movie.
It was like a sci-fi shell on a story that didn't have
Yeah,
to be.
yeah,
It was
yeah, I
about, like,
suppose.
A pretty girl.
It's more metaphor than.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
Britt
Girl
Marling.
in it. Yeah.
I hated like the character. Like, I didn't hate the actress, but her character I hated.
Okay, but let me just tell you a fair warning: do not ever tweet about Another Earth ever, because the girl who played this. You remember the Saw when he plays the Saw in the movie?
Yeah.
The girl who taught them how to do it and like played the Saw for them to record. She has an automatic thing going that if you tweet about Another Earth, she tweets you and says, "Check out my Saw playing. You liked Another Earth? You'll love this."
Wow, that's weird.
I've gotten it 50 fucking times, and I'm about to block her.
How do you do that with Twitter?
I don't
Set
know.
up a special robot
I'm
man.
pretty sure you're not allowed to, so hopefully. Maybe I'll report her. Maybe I'll report that bitch.
The Twitter HQ.
You know what? Try it. Tweet another Earth and tell me what happens.
That's like anytime you mention RoboCop, you automatically get a tweet. I'd buy that for $1, and I'd eat it.
That
up
would be
every time.
incredible.
I love it.
That actually happens?
yeah.
Oh, it's yeah. I've actually seen that. Yes.
I'd buy
Yep.
that for $1.
But
Yeah.
We do have a bit of TV news before we go to break. We do have
Just
a bit of TV news.
A little bit. Is this our first TV news in quite some time? Right?
First TV news in probably like 3 weeks or so. Yeah, it's been
I'd say.
been a while.
And-
But another comedy Bang Bang reference
while.
technically. Letterman. What? Did you hear what happened?
He's gone.
Yeah, he's
Good.
Yeah, he
he's
passed away.
Finally,
Never
go-
liked
yeah.
him.
Never liked him. Yeah, I remember.
Good
like,
riddance. Glad he's dead.
Yeah, there's a radio station on Long Island, our home, where for some reason it's like in between like breaks they go through Letterman's top 10 or 12.
That's
like,
syndication. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Is it him reading it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
That's
his-
so he sends it out for syndication.
they're just like really bad puns.
he gets paid for that.
And you know what? Ever since I've been alive, he's been irrelevant. So wow. I mean, I'm kind of old. Like,
Well, I totally disagree with you. I think he's a goddamn genius. But
really.
That makes one.
absolutely.
One of you.
But the show I never watched. I think he's
think,
a genius. But the
I
show
think
I
as
never
a
watched.
person, he's. I think like there's no
Isn't he
other
like a
celebrity.
rapist or something.
I was gonna say there's no other celebrity in recent times that I've said like that's so fucking cool. Like he had an affair with his wife.
Yeah.
And a guy came out and said, "I'm gonna blackmail you because I know you slept around." And he said, "Fuck you, guy. I'm gonna come out and say I slept with
That's
someone
the
else,
only
and
way
I'm-
to do it.
And I'm going
Now that
to
guy looks like
sue
an
you.
idiot.
I'm gonna sue you for blackmail. You dumb
That's
asshole.
a pretty good way to handle it.
brilliant.
You dumb asshole.
People are so dumb the way they handle that kind of shit. Nah, yeah,
was-
he had an affair with his wife. That sucks. He's
Uh-huh.
shit for that. But what a way to handle
Yeah,
it.
that was the best
absolutely.
possible
'Cause
way to do
blackmail
it.
is
That
pretty
is-
shitty too.
It's
So-
illegal.
It is illegal. That's right.
That's
Technically, an
worse
affair
than
is not
sleeping
illegal.
with your wife.
But it works.
Blackmail?
Who's replacing him? Colbert.
Yeah, Colbert. Yeah.
Stephen Colbert.
Let's get to the news.
I am a diehard fan of Stephen Colbert, so
Oh,
I
I love
so into this.
I love Stephen Colbert, but it's.
But do you like Stephen Colbert or Stephen
that's-
Colbert?
Everyone had like the same reaction. Is this going to be Stephen Colbert, wacky,
Or is it just Colbert,
Oh,
straight up?
Yeah, and the answer to that was it doesn't matter because apparently, like when he's not doing his character, he's like a really good like personality.
Yes. Yeah.
He is. He is.
Yeah,
From
I'm
what
sure
I've
the
seen
searches
him.
on like real Stephen Colbert like skyrocketed
Yeah.
that
Oh,
day.
yeah.
When I saw a taping of the Stephen Colbert show, he came
You
out.
saw Colbert?
Oh,
It's in
yeah,
New York.
It's awesome. It's a
That's
great time.
awesome.
He came out at first as a normal person,
Cool.
and
Well, that's
just
so
like, you know,
weird.
just like kind of like talked to the audience and like geared things up and stuff and tested some jokes. And he was just like a really genuine kind of like classic kind of entertainer type
Nice.
of guy. Like he has that very much like a late night type of hey, you know.
Uh-huh.
And he's perfect, and I love him so much. And I am America, and so can you. I'm a huge
Oh, I read
fan.
that.
Yeah,
That was a great book.
He man, I'm just thinking back. Like so many people got their success from the Daily Show.
Oh my God,
unbelievable! Like
Yeah.
everyone who was on the Daily Show has like gone off the
And
deep.
Jon
Except for
Stewart's still
one.
there.
Except for one. You know,
Jon
Yeah, I
Stewart.
was gonna say like
Dude,
I
he's
think.
still too edgy.
But he did
I-
Death to Smoochie.
Well, that was years ago, and also not that
He was
big
in
of
Big
a- yeah.
Daddy, okay? Hey.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking like, why hasn't Jon Stewart gone anywhere? Like, and I believe like this is just purely speculation. Comedy Central must have him in a bind of
Maybe.
the century because
Maybe.
he is like the lifeblood of Comedy Central right now. Like,
Perhaps.
who watches Comedy Central for
Colbert. But
Oh,
now.
yeah, now-
I watch Comedy Central for a lot. Inside Amy Schumer, Keenan Peele, they've really stepped their shit up.
I've never seen any of those
No.
shows.
But did John Oliver start there too?
No, yeah,
John
he did.
Oliver
He did.
Yeah,
John
they
Oliver,
lost him.
Rob Riggle,
He has his own show now, John
Steve
Oliver. though.
Carell.
Steve
Holy
Carell.
crap, yeah.
It's insane.
But
I
yeah,
think-
Colbert. What do you think? I mean, Colbert probably.
I'll
I
probably
think-
start. I'll watch the
I think
Late
it's
Show from
interesting.
now on. Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Think about. I wonder who he's going to appeal to like age.
White people for
demographic-wise.
sure.
But
Well,
just think
it's going to
about-
be very different because the David Letterman has always been like very old,
Yeah.
like
I think
like
Stephen Colbert could be somewhere in the middle.
a middleman.
Not as young as like the
Middleman.
Jimmy Fallon type of thing,
Uh-huh.
but somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
And just think of how awesome it is for late night now. We're in like a golden age. Of
I know. It's,
late night.
I'm not.
I actually
dissing-
want to watch.
I'm not dissing on Jimmy Fallon. I think he's doing a good job in his own right. But I want to. I want a late show where it's like the guy isn't that like wacky. Like, I kind of like calm down a little bit.
We want to know
It's
who,
like-
who I was thinking was Seth MacFarlane actually.
he would be great.
That was
as,
my,
like,
before they announced Colbert, whatever. It's
Yeah.
gonna be weird to
Yeah.
stop saying Colbert. But I was thinking Seth MacFarlane,
Yeah, he'd be a great personality.
Mm.
Fun. Oh, I don't.
and
Well-
that's it.
That's it for the TV
I got nothing
news.
else on that.
Oh, wee.
But the only other TV, no, actually, one other little TV thing. It's really you're not gonna have much to say. A teaser was released for Girl Meets World.
It's not looking
Oh
so hot.
yeah, let me guess. It looks great, right?
Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting. It
It's
looks
not
like
looking so
crap.
hot. I don't know. I thought
And
it
it's
was
super
gonna-
weird because there's no laugh track. So like Corey climbs in the window and like pauses for applause, and there's just
Wow.
nothing. It's just
Whoa.
silent.
That's just like the best thing ever. One of the best things on the internet I've ever seen. It's like when you take really shitty shows
Yeah.
and like
and
remove the
laugh track.
Big Bang
So,
Theory.
Big Bang
Ugh.
Theory without the
2.5
laugh
Men.
track.
Ugh.
Horrifying.
It's horrifying. It's like when like they go like hey, Green Lantern,
Bazinga.
and they just like pause and they just look at each other. It's like it feels like they're living with just crazy people. Like it's so funny.
Yeah, but
I
don't know.
remember
It-
Nintendo 64
This just looks like a
and just
standard
there,
Disney
yeah.
show. That's it. So it doesn't look like anything.
Well,
Oh, well.
for that.
But that's it for TV news. Let's take a break. Let's take
Ooh,
a break,
I
gentlemen.
love breaks.
We have a couple people to thank on this break.
God. Thank
And you
you
know,
God.
let me just say before we even get to that, by the way, in case you didn't watch last week's episode, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Breaks, since we're not sponsored, we don't have any ads, we also decided we don't want to bombard you with things at the start of the show. If you don't give a shit about helping us, you don't have to help us. And like by listening to the things that might help us, like we're going to talk about now.
Then just watch us.
Just watch us.
Watch.
Right now, the Choose Your News is up. You could skip us if you want. Or, of course, if you're listening to the podcast, you could do your little 15 seconds ahead thing, that whole deal.
But if you're a cool guy,
Yeah, if you want to help, you get to watch this for free, listen to this for free. So if you want to help us out, just chill out for a second. So thank yous are in order. One, to Addison Kowalski. He, of course, has graced us with some awesome music once again. People were asking, where's the theme song? Where's the theme song? He was working on it. Last
Back.
week, it was his birthday. Well, I'm going to bug him on his birthday about it? No. And also, it doesn't matter.
Man, he's the coolest.
He's the coolest. I love him. Thanks. Kisses for Addison.
I will never forget. I've already said this on the show before, but
Oh,
I-
he introduced
say
you
it again.
too.
He introduced me to waffle sandwiches, something that I never knew was a
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
My
Yeah.
life changed. I haven't had one since.
That's it. You don't
But your
need
life
to.
changed
Yeah,
exponentially
changed-
having
yeah.
experienced it.
Yeah.
Now I can die.
Cool. We also have to thank Devin. Devin, thank you so much.
What'd he
because
do?
Does the audio sound a little bit better? Whether or not you notice it, because it's not necessarily the most noticeable thing.
No, unless
to
you're an audio
Yeah, unless
file.
you're not an audio person would notice it more so than me, for example. I don't know shit. But because of that, we would distort when we were getting really loud, and now it's not as bad. Or I don't know if it's really good, but it's not as bad. Based on what we can do ourselves, it's the best it can be, I suppose. But Devin, I did like a 2-hour Google Hangout with him. He helped me out big time. He helped me go through levels and stuff on the mixer. Then he told me how to do it in editing and stuff.
Oh, man.
So big thank you to Devin. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Devin, really.
YouTube and Twitter /Wright WRIGHT 96D. His name's Devin Wright. Like the Wright brothers. I bet you he is a Wright brother. Holy shit.
Does he have a
Thank
brother?
you for Flight.
If he has a brother, then he is a Wright brother.
Wow.
One of the Wright brothers.
Wow. Stitcher.
Buh.
Ever heard of it?
Stitcher Radio.
Yep. It's podcasts.
Okay.
And it's
Oh.
it's a different podcast app.
I don't even know what this is. I
And
saw you tweet about
I believe
this.
it's an Android thing, or maybe
Might
it's on
be.
iOS as well. But I believe this is the way that Android users listen to
Hmm.
podcasts, preferably. We're now on Stitcher. Every single podcast that we do is now on Stitcher.
Now, did you do that, or did that happen automatically?
I submitted all of them.
Okay.
You're
Because
welcome.
all of a sudden, Stitcher tweeted me and was
Yeah,
like,
tweeted
hey,
all
Jake
of us.
Baltino, welcome because video games
And
to
you're like,
Stitcher.
I didn't sign
And
off on
I
this.
was almost going to be like, yeah, who are you? I didn't fucking sign up.
Who the fuck are you?
But
No,
then-
yeah,
Get off my Twitter.
it's a good thing. It's so more people can listen. So there you go.
That's
So
great.
if you use Stitcher and we weren't on there before, we're on there now.
Tune in, pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, I would like to quickly also say that yes, we have what are all the podcasts? Pretty much it. Because video games, Faux Reels, which is Paul's, and he's been off for a couple of weeks. He's got a crazy work schedule right now.
Talks too much.
Talks too much. And the only other one that's not pretty much it related is Pity Applause, which is my improv comedy based variety show sort of deal that I put on in
Yeah.
Brooklyn or in the New York area, the New York City area at least.
We also have...
That's a podcast that's every Wednesday. Check it out. It's recordings from the live show, so don't miss that.
They're fun. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We also have the upcoming sounds of Mike doing terrible things to people.
Yep.
That should go live in about 2 weeks.
Oh, he doesn't even know. Well, he doesn't know we put a mic on him.
Oh no.
Mic on mic. Ooh, he doesn't
Ooh,
know.
that's actually
That's the
we
name of
might,
the
that's
podcast.
actually yeah, it's a working title. We
Mike
might go
on
with
Mike.
Mike on Mike.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not pretty.
sorry.
We have a couple other things to talk about before we get to the video game news. First off, in just the next segment of things, I guess. There was no commentary track this week, and the reason is because we released the Spider-Man one immediately last week. Usually we record them and then release them the following week, but we will be recording one today, or we have recorded it by the time you're watching this, and I can't tell you what it is just yet. But
we hope you had a blast with the Spider-Man one because we had so much fun.
Yeah, that was
doing
awesome,
it.
and we will be doing more movies that we liked because that worked really well. I never thought it would. But, yeah, the new one will be up next week on Monday for Patreon supporters and on Thursday for only $1 for the rest of you, and then on Friday it's $2. So jump on it on Thursday if you're not a Patreon supporter. However, that being said, Patreon, once again, #full Patreon. I mentioned the podcasts. I interviewed or had a discussion with, whatever you want to say, Jack Conte, who is the founder of Patreon, and he had a lot of interesting things to say. I don't know if you listened to it, but it was
he's a real cool
fantastic. Dude. So I definitely recommend that. Please tweet him and say thanks, for talking about it, because that was really cool of him. Also
real.
Tweet out #full Patreon to Patreon. I think they would love that.
Yeah.
I think it's really exciting that we're going full Patreon, and going supported by you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks to you guys.
As you heard, you get commentary tracks.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
That's a huge one.
And the clips.
Amazing Spider-Man.
You get clips?
I mean Spider-Man, not Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, just Spider-Man. You get clips. You get bonus clips. You get commentary tracks. You get
weird
knickknacks
videos of
and this
us.
and that, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But the commentary tracks are definitely a big sell for sure, for only $5 a month. So thank you very much to everyone that supports us on Patreon. And thank you if you decide to support us on Patreon. We really appreciate that. And it's the only thing that's going to keep the show going now. So there you go.
You are in control of my life. Completely. Don't let that get to you.
Mike,
Yes.
you're in control of your life.
Not anymore. Coming this summer.
Summer 2015. May 6, 2016.
No! Put the gun down! How? No!
Who's Hal?
I star in a movie where I shoot a robot.
Okay.
Thank you, Jake.
The last thing that we have to say during this break is that
Jesus.
every week we give away a free shirt from beobscure.com, and all you got to do to win is click the links in the info on YouTube. If you're listening to the commentaries, not the commentaries, sorry. If you're listening to the podcast, you can either go to the YouTube and do that, whatever, or you can go to, I think, prettymuchit.com/giveawayfb and giveaway YT or some shit like that, and enter the contest, and that's it. We give away a free shirt every single week.
Yeah, get a free shirt from Pretty Much It.
No.
Thanks, Jake.
No. And that is it for this week's break. Let's talk about video game news, pal.
I'm so ready.
You guys ready for this? For video games?
I'm ready.
Y'all ready for this? Da-na-na-na. Sorry, I set you up and I left you alone.
Sorry.
I left you hanging.
Yeah, I did.
Go on.
Well, this week I was at PAX East, and it was.
Look at you.
Mr. Jake.
I played every video game in the world.
Played that Oculus Rift?
Okay, I did. I played a lot of games. Played a lot of games. Played a lot of good games.
Okay.
You had a Jake badge and everything.
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about that. I'm gonna save that for my other
podcast.
Yeah, because video games. But first, let's talk about Halo. The composer for Halo and Destiny, who worked under Bungie, has been fired.
Got
No!
got
Just
the
like
boot.
kind of like just fired.
What the hell happened? He was my favorite.
Well, he invented
Yeah.
He
He invented
patented that.
It came, that's his voice.
Wow, that's incredible. I did
It's
not
like
know that.
Bungie was like, we need the sound for Halo. Who's gonna do it?
And they heard him in the bathroom.
And everybody in the office goes, stop! Everybody stop! And they go,
And in the distance, they hear this. In the distance, they hear.
and they go, that's it. That's it.
Chewbacca? No. All right, Jake, you're going to continue the story, or you're going to keep singing like a dope?
There really is no, it's everyone's like, why did he get fired?
He got fired, and now what?
Well,
And
now
he got fired mid-Destiny. Like, he's in the middle of working on Destiny.
Mid-Destiny.
Wow, what
They're probably
happened?
like, "Thanks for the
They got
music,
the
see you
music
later."
from him, and then he pieced.
Thanks for the
Maybe
creative
they
music, see
found
you.
out that maybe he was at a party and he said
think
something
something
like
happened.
really racist.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
try
something
to have sex
maybe,
with his
like,
boss.
maybe he hates Asians or something. I don't
Maybe
know.
he was getting with Bryan Singer.
Maybe he was getting with Bryan Singer as a consensual adult.
Too old.
I mean, he can if he wants to.
Anyway,
that's
what they
Fuck
they
Bryan
made
Singer if you want to. You can fuck him all the time.
other way around.
He can fuck you all the time.
Whether you're a
But-
kid or a boy or a man. No.
Well, tell me if you're a kid.
Anyway, what they made note in this article was that Bungie fired him. His ass is grass and Bungie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But 343 Studios, the guys
was-
who are making the new Halos,
Halo 5, yeah. Halo
could-
4 and 5.
hook up with those guys.
Yeah, he's a free agent.
Kinda
You
like
could just be like, hey, can I be on Halo
What are you
again?
gonna do?
nothing. Never mind.
And they're going to be like, yeah, sure.
The plaintiff.
Can I make the Halo again?
That means Halo 5 can see the return to,
Yeah, there wasn't no in Halo 4.
Was that a problem?
Yes.
It lacked it.
It lacked the.
It lactate.
What are you doing? What are you setting up?
I got no segue.
Oh, okay.
I got
Just
a segue.
lactate.
Go ahead. What's the segue, Jake?
Call of Duty.
Okay,
Call of
leave it
Duty.
to the professionals.
Call of Duty Ghosts, which is a somewhat broken game.
I hear it's pretty
Um,
bad.
Was there a game called Halo Ghosts?
No, that was Halo ODST, Halo Reach,
Never
Halo Ghosts of...
Ghost Recon? Wait, no, that wasn't Halo.
No.
Never mind. I thought there was a ghost thing, and I was going to say that was going to segue.
Anyway.
But never mind. John, I'm just trying. I'm always trying to segue.
Call of Duty Ghosts is adding $2.99 downloads that allow you to add a celebrity's voice to the multiplayer to announce all the multiplayer things.
Jake, can I just say, this was your idea.
Was this?
You wanted to recreate something with somebody else's voice. You wanted to kickstart it a while ago.
That's right, I did.
What was that again?
I don't want to share that whole idea on here.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want people to steal it.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
no,
It's
no, I
well,
don't.
it's over. It's the dream is dead.
Well, that being said, the big thing is Snoop Dogg. You can have Snoop Dogg.
Just him. He's the only one.
well,
signed on
the
so
other
far?
person they have signed on right now is who's the guy who's like he's the drill sergeant in every movie. Damn it,
Arlie Ermy?
Arlie Ermy. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's really
Wow.
That would be the best.
Yeah.
Like, like
Yeah.
when you lose, you'd be like, "You fucked up."
Yeah.
Are you a Peter Pan
that's-
showers?
That's a legitimately good idea.
I'm totally okay
because
with
you know
this.
what? You don't need it. If you want to buy it, go for it.
And it's Snoop Dogg just having fun, like he's like beacon activated. Your
Yeah.
homies have arrived.
S-
Yeah,
Double
your
O G.
homies have arrived.
Yeah, it's so
P,
funny. It's
D
so
They
O
brought you
double-
some ammunition, dog.
G.
Yeah, and
I don't know.
once
I fucked
again, I
up
think
everything.
he's
Snoop.
going back to Snoop Dogg.
Like
not
imagine
Snoop
like
Oh,
for,
yeah.
like for some things like I don't know, flag captured, just for some random thing like Snoop
This
Dogg.
egg capture?
You just hear him
Like-
go.
No, you just hear him go like, "What was I supposed to say?" Like, just cuts off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, what?
yeah. He just
Hello?
goes, every time you kill someone, he goes, "Yeah."
Okay.
Yeah, enemy radar online.
I love it. We're not even doing his voice
Nope.
even close.
Is he allowed to say nigga?
Oh.
Is he like? Is that
In
gonna
life?
Are you allowed
In
to say
life,
that?
yes.
be?
Are you allowed
I'm
to
pretty
say
sure I'm allowed to say.
He's allowed to
yeah.
say it in the context he said it
I
in.
can say whatever the fuck I want.
Ooh.
Like get ready for.
You have to
Oh, I had a
censor that.
rhyme.
You have to at least
I
censor the
had a
N-word.
rhyme, but I.
What did you have to
lost
say?
You have to at least censor the N-word. He can't say the N-word on here.
Why? Is that a problem?
I
He
don't
was
know. It's a
asking
problem-
a
it's problem
question.
For me and my people. Yeah, it is.
Me and my people. You can't offend me and my people.
Sorry, pal.
Amazing Spider-Man 2, the game,
Yes.
is coming out, and we're really excited for it. I know
Yep.
you are. I know you are. I
Is
know
there
I
news,
am.
or are you just saying
No,
that?
don't speak
the,
for me.
The news is that the Xbox One
I can't wait to
version,
play it on the Xbox One.
It's been postponed indefinitely.
What the fuck did you just say?
What the fuck did you just said? I did, yeah.
I didn't said.
yeah, I swear to God. They Activision has
You
announced
swear to
that,
God? You swear to God on that one?
Swear to me.
Holy shit.
Swear to
Is that
me.
God's voice?
That's
Yeah,
Bat- that's
I'm just
Batman.
kidding, yeah.
Imagine that was God. If God spoke like Batman, I'd believe in him.
It's like, oh, well,
So,
of course.
Spider-Man.
Well, you would believe him if you heard something like just a
Any voice.
like a voice.
He doesn't believe a falsetto.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bullshit.
Nah, yeah, if a calm voice like Jake, it's me, I'm real. You'd be like,
Nah,
nope,
bullshit.
nope,
But
nope.
Bullshit.
if lightning strikes, the heaven opens up, and where's Falcone
Lightning
hiding the
strikes.
drugs? I would be like, God.
Where's the trigger?
I'd be like, Savior. Oh Jesus.
What's going on with this?
Amazing Spider-Man 2 apparently is postponed
Why?
indefinitely, and
on the Xbox One only?
on just on the Xbox One.
Why?
And all of Activision has said is that right now they are working with Microsoft to get it out as soon as possible, but they cannot set any plans at this time at all for when it's coming out.
Wow,
That's hilarious.
So I don't know
really
what
weird.
happened,
Yeah, it's so
but-
bizarre.
and I mean considering that like if they have the PS4 version, fine. Porting between PS4 and Xbox One isn't that hard. It's not that big of a deal compared
don't
to
want
PS3
just a
and
port.
Xbox 360.
You don't want just a port.
Yeah, all right. You want quality? That's fine. I
Quality
understand
over
that.
quantity, man.
So for a lot of people, that's kind of upsetting. That sucks.
For a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? It's 50-50?
Yeah,
Roughly?
I don't. I mean, a lot of people also still have the older consoles.
Oh,
they'll-
and
they'll
that's gonna
still
come out on that?
Yeah.
Wow.
But still, that
I think it's going to come out on GameCube. I still have that.
moving on. Guys, let us know what you guys think. If any of you are affected by this, I'd like to hear from you.
Affected.
If you or your family,
yeah,
if you or someone you know has been affected by
call
this,
toll-free number.
It's a big deal.
Every day you can send in a penny.
please call
For those-
555-555-585-5555.
Let's get some pictures.
Senor Mortgage.
Let's get some pictures.
Today.
I didn't get that
It's
reference.
Homestar Runner. Come on, guys.
You just screamed it over me like I couldn't even hear.
I was gonna
myself
say, let's
We're
get
all
some.
friends.
All right. Well,
I give up.
I don't know why you stop.
I had something.
Railroad me.
is this
Sorry,
Yeah.
I became Brian Singer for a
Is
second.
this,
there.
is this episode 2 hours long?
No.
Let's
Are you?
let's let's finish up with video games and let's talk about last week's poll.
All right. Last week's poll question was, who should play Mary Jane?
420.
Yeah, everyone really liked that. Who should play Mary Jane in Amazing Spider-Man if, indeed, Shailene Woodley, Showerly Woodley, is out? In third place, we have Emma Watson with red hair. That's we don't have to say with red hair. That's a given, although that's what a lot of them said. What do you think, Emma Watson?
That's too good.
No.
That's like too good.
That's too good. You can't.
That's like
can't do it.
Too
You just
good.
can't do it.
that's
It's too
like
good.
that's like saying who should play Gwen Stacy? Kate Upton. Yeah, okay. Like
Okay.
But it's like that would be good though. Like,
that would be great, but it's like too much. It's like too good. Too much of it. Too beautiful. Like this
are
not
you
good.
saying that if that happened, you'd be like, can't do it? I
yeah,
can't watch.
I would.
Would you?
I would
really?
watch it alone, but I. In second place, we have Sophie Turner.
Don't
Who's
know
that?
Sansa.
Oh, Sansa.
Yeah.
I guess that would
Who's that?
work. It's from
Game of Thrones, you
Thrones.
dumbass. Don't you watch it?
Sorry, don't watch it.
Sansa
Oh.
Stark.
I gave up. I didn't watch
She-
it.
You know that Game of Thrones?
I didn't even barely like it when I was watching. I just
Oh,
watched
you
it because you guys liked
guys.
it. I was
She
being
died.
nice.
No, she's not dead
No,
yet.
nobody cares. But in
You
first
guys.
place is the
Yeah.
ultimate. I feel like so stupid for not thinking of this myself. I'm going to bring up a picture just in case you guys don't know who this is. Jane Levy, I believe her name is. Oh, you know who it is. The main possessed girl in Evil Dead. The new Evil Dead.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She'd be pretty scary, Mary Jane.
She is
she's
a
a looker.
perfect Mary Jane.
Yeah. She
Oh,
really
yeah, I
is.
She's
guess
like
it-
straight
yeah.
from the comics, Mary
yeah.
Jane.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, she's a cutie. She's a super cutie.
And
I
she-
wouldn't mind
and she
seeing
can-
on
and she can be
screen.
a total spook.
Excuse you?
Like spooky. What? Spook is not a racist term anymore.
No one said
Okay,
anything
I
about
just-
racist terms, Jake.
Whoa, Jake. Yeah, no, I didn't say that.
Why'd you say excuse
Whoa,
me?
why did that come
Whoa,
up?
whoa, whoa.
Wait a
He
minute.
said the N-word, okay?
No, he didn't. I
No,
cut
I
that
didn't.
out. What are you talking about?
I didn't even say
manipulated
it.
history. Didn't you say I had to cut that out? Now you don't want me to cut it out, do you, pal?
Eric, you're killing me.
Oh, you know, I forgot to mention one other plug because I just basically directly quoted Jake from Jake and Amir. Listen to the new Jake and Amir podcast because
Yeah,
you'll,
you're in it.
you'll hear me singing like an idiot.
I can't believe that.
I can't sing, but I submitted it anyway. Isn't that
Yeah,
the best
I know.
part?
It was like the worst song I've ever heard.
Fuck it.
But they were like,
But guess
wow,
what?
that's
I'm
great.
doing it. Yeah, I don't care. You're not on the podcast. I am because I was
Well,
like, fuck
will
it.
be. Let's see me get on it. What if I get on it? Imagine that. That'd be fucking funny.
And this week's poll question is, with Colbert leaving Comedy Central, who's going to take over for Colbert? Is it going to be me, Jerry Seinfeld? No.
Seinfeld's not my kind of crap.
Who's taking over for Colbert? Let us know by going to facebook.com/prettymuchit and voting in that poll. Let us know.
All right.
Bless you.
Oh, Andrew wanted to sneeze, but he didn't.
Good
Bless
man.
you anyway.
Hold down for the integrity of the show.
But we have one other thing we got to do. That's a new thing we're doing on PM. Well, it's a new thing we're doing on PMI that I don't think anybody does on YouTube. Asking questions, Q&A.
Oh.
Never
Man,
heard
I gotta tell you, I feel like the biggest tool just asking for questions for this.
Oh no, it's fine.
I can't stand. Hey guys, gonna make a video. Ask me questions,
People do it all
just,
the
or
time.
come up with something on your
just
own.
embrace it. It's fine.
No, come up with something on your. And you've done it.
I've done it.
You're-
yeah.
I'm holding you
I'm
accountable.
guilty
I
of
do
all
too.
these things. Yeah.
Come up with something on your own, guys.
All right.
Fuck.
Well, I mean, I can as well. Like, it's nice to show that I'm capable.
That's
of doing
true.
both. It's
If you
just,
do two
know.
Q&As in a row, how about that's the problem?
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah,
If you do two Q&As in a row, you don't deserve anybody
yeah,
asking your
yeah,
questions.
yeah, yeah.
People think we're interesting enough to ask what we do in our.
That's
our
fine,
spare
but I
time.
don't want to tell them to ask me questions.
I think your hair is interesting.
But guess what?
Thank
I
you.
did
I
it
think
because I'm a
your hair is-
fucking sellout.
Look, Jake can get his hair like that.
Nice
without,
coif.
without any hair gel. This is like normal hair.
At Static Struck
goes there.
asks, favorite pizza topping, starting with Mike. Go.
Cheese butt with a
Cheese butt.
a plentiful.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
What the hell's cheese butt?
Cheese
Cheese is not a topping. Cheese is
is not a
implied, so
topping.
go on.
Let me finish, you motherfuckers.
We're all friends, Jake.
Cheese with a plentiful amount of seasoning, garlic, oregano, all that stuff.
Yeah, you
Okay.
do. That is for
Yeah.
observing.
We're going to go
in our
get pizza right after this,
friendship,
and you're going to do it.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Jake, what about you?
Regular. And if I have to, pepperoni.
If I have to.
to.
This is a gun to my head. Same thing. I can handle pepperoni. I'm not a fan.
I can handle it. It's too spicy.
I like just regular as well, but I did actually have olives recently. Fuck that noise.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not
Ugh.
good.
Thought I was eating fucking eyeballs. At Danny B Reviews asks, if you found out that a PMI member had been arrested, what do you think it would be for? So, Mike, what do you think Jake and I would be arrested for? Jake, what do you think Mike and I would be arrested for? And then we'll do it quickly, please.
Okay,
And then I'll say you guys.
Jake, I imagine that you got got really drunk, didn't know what you were doing,
Oh,
and like
no, no,
plowed through a school or something.
Wow.
I
No.
mean, like, I don't think you're a bad person, but I think that maybe one day you might just like, I'll drink and drive.
I would definitely be in jail because it would be like a wrong place, wrong time type of thing. Like I feel like
Yeah.
no one would believe me, and they just lock me away, and I'd be like, no,
All right.
but I can explain.
What would Mike be in
How
jail
would you?
for?
Mike, you would
Let's not go around individually. This
you
is too
would be
much.
in jail for you try and commit suicide, but you do
But
it
I
in the most
accidentally kill someone else.
You do it in the most over the top way that you'd survive, and you'd wipe out like a town or something.
Yeah. It's
All right,
like,
Carrie.
I can't take it anymore.
What would I be arrested for?
Eric, something your mouth would get you in trouble. Like you'd say something like. You'd go to like the president's dinner and you'd be like, "Well, fuck
The
you."
president's
And then
dinner.
you'd
I'd
be
go,
like-
well, fuck you.
That's like the most like
What are you in for? I said, fuck
unsnarky
you to the
thing.
president.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe. My mom my mom's always said that she thinks I'm either going to be when I was a little kid, they always said they thought I was going to be either very successful or in jail. And it stemmed from when I was a little kid.
Wow.
I think I've told this story actually.
You've walked the line.
Yeah, I went door to door selling chocolate for school. They were $1 each. When my parents got home, they counted up the money.
Oh, you had
I asked for $2
Yo, profit.
because I wanted to pocket a buck.
profit, yo.
Yep. But so anyway, I'm a genius, and
Horrible
nobody
little
cares.
man.
At Jill Striff, what? That's my sister.
Uh-oh.
I
What
know who she
female
is.
celebrity would play you in a movie?
Ooh, this is good.
Mike?
Someone on YouTube, someone on Facebook posted it, and I guess it's the
Aubrey
only answer.
Plaza?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
saw that too.
Because I don't know, it looks like I hate myself.
I guess.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sally.
She got an ugly face.
Yeah, she got that. Really, she got that ugly pink.
I'm kidding.
face.
She's a
Oh,
cutie, so
man.
maybe you and I should be
Yeah.
hooking up.
Oh man.
What about you, Jake? What female?
Either Famke Jensen or Sally Fields.
Okay. And mine would be
Andrew Garfield.
Andrea Garfield. No, mine would I don't know. What do you think?
For you, it has to be like a girl that looks like a lizard a little bit.
Maybe Shailene Woodley because I don't shower. And the last question is at Mike McCabe Sad, I think it is.
Oh, don't be sad.
What is your opinion on the recently started That's About It podcast?
I think they're doing much better.
Are they
than
than trying
us.
to do like a spinoff of
No,
us?
fuck
That's
them.
real
doing much
cute.
better
That's
than
real
us.
Fuck them. They're
real
going nowhere.
freaking cute.
Yeah, Brett Mounts, come fucking see me.
That guy's the worst.
And that's it for this week's episode. Pretty much it.
I have a
That's a
shirt
wink.
with his
That's a
name
wink
on it.
joke.
So do I. I wore it in an episode one time. People are really confused. But and he actually also directed an episode.
He directed a whole episode. Yeah.
He
But
was
anyway-
the director. Yeah.
Yeah, what was it, 48 or something like that? I don't know. Good luck. You still acting like a trombone. Needed more like a tuba. Or was it the other way around? I forget. Anyway,
Oh, God.
I'm
What a
perfect
mess.
as usual, as he said. But that's it for this week's episode of Pretty Much It.
I'm Jake.
I'm Mike, but you should know that.
And I am tired.
Eric, you
I
joked
tried
with
something
me.
new there, but that's fine. You guys ruined it.
And that's pretty much it.